I didn't expect you home so soon, but I have something I've gotta say. I've been thinking about things for a while, how this ain't start today.
Hi guys, it's your girl Reece, and we are back for another video. I am so happy. Welcome to the Sincerely Florece podcast. If you are new here, please be sure to like this video because it helps to push us out into the YouTube algorithm, because you know it could be kind of janky. Share this video because sharing is caring, and I care about you, so care about me too. And lastly, consider subscribing. Don't be a ghost watcher, and hit that post notification bell so you're notified every time my pretty ass face come across your screen. If you are new here, hey girl, what's up my boy? And now that we got all the formalities out the way, let's go ahead and get started on today's video and topic. All right, so if you haven't seen any of the Vlogmas episodes that I have uploaded, I implore you to stop. No, I ask you to stop right now what you're doing. Pause this video, go to the description box down below, click one of the links, and go watch one of those episodes. You'll love me. You'll love it. And if you have seen any of the Vlogmas episodes, then you're an OG here and you already know the vibes. There will be a new Vlogmas episode uploaded either before the video drops or after, but there will be a new Vlogmas episode uploaded sometime today. Okay. Now, guys, hopefully my Christmas music isn't too loud, but sorry. Yeah. I was going to do a Christmas themed stop what you're doing and go watch this on the Home Alone 1 and Home Alone 2 movies, and discuss if the McAllisters would be considered good parents or not. But I'm not quite sure if I'm ready to do that just yet. If that's something you want to see, definitely let me know in the comment section down below, because I think I have an interesting outlook on if in today's society the McAllisters would be considered good parents or not. So definitely stay tuned. That might be a little chewy upload before the holidays come. Okay, so guys, I'm so excited. The holidays are coming. They're almost here. We're really vastly approaching Christmas, and the new year is on its way, guys. Wow, wow, wow. I know it's always cliche to say that the year is flying by, but quite literally, we're almost to 2024. Definitely tell me in the comments down below some things that you're looking forward to in 2024 and some things that you wish to leave behind in 2023. I hope you guys like my little background. You know, my little homemade Christmassy background for you guys. I tried to make my little desk office area look really good, really nice. Cool beans. All right. So today's topic is, drum roll please, is sexual chemistry more important than friendship energy in a relationship? Let's talk about it. Is sexual chemistry and compatibility more important than friendship in a relationship or a marriage? What do you think? I'm gonna say no, and here's why. Let's say for a marriage. Let's say for a marriage, and the reason why I'm gonna stick with marriage is because a marriage is supposed to be eternal, and a marriage is forever. When you are married and you have a husband or a wife, your commitments to each other look different than when you were just boyfriend and girlfriend. Doesn't matter how long you've been with someone. Trust me, I was with a man for almost 12 years before I got a ring. That's facts. So, and I had all 4 of his kids. So trust me when I say that the commitment level, even in your mind, becomes different, drastically different, the minute that you become spouses versus just dating or being a long-time boyfriend and girlfriend or even fiancés. So it was interesting to me because I was watching a podcast a few days ago where women were having conversations about how they feel that men oftentimes stray or step outside of the relationship because they're not getting what they need at home sexually. Now, that may be the case, but I would implore you to think larger than that, right? First and foremost, let's come to the understanding, can we all just agree that women and men are not the same? They're just not the same. Biologically, they're not the same. Chemically, they're not the same. The way that they act, they're not the same. And the way that they think are not the same. So as much as people want to try to meld the two or say, you know, there's no gender spectrum, this, da 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 da, men and women will never be the same. They will never be the same, and that's what makes us intrinsically different and beautiful, because we're complex creatures. The minute a woman understands or comes to the understanding that a man is different than her, therefore he's going to think different and behave different, I think that she'd be able to lead with a little bit more compassion and have a greater understanding of, you know, when he does certain things that she may not like or she disagrees with, and vice versa. Now, when it comes to a man straying out of his relationship, because men are physical creatures, right? And because oftentimes their sexual breakdown and their sexual needs are first and foremost and most prevalent in the front part of their brain, that is the leading reason why they step out, but it's not the only reason. I would even go as far as to say that there is an underlying reason that causes the sexual incompatibility, which is the reason that they step out. And what I mean by that is, it's easy to just blame a man wanting to f another woman and say that's the reason that they're cheating. But that's not the case, because if he's having sex with you often, let's say he's having sex with you every night or a few times a week, his sexual appetite is being fed. So what would be the reason that he want to step out? Because if him getting it at home is the reason that he's stepping out, but he is getting it at home, then what would be the reason for him cheating? See, men think with their dicks, but their dicks are led by their brain. So if you're nagging him, if you're belittling him, if you're emasculating him, if you're not supporting him, if you're not giving him purpose and value, then that also contributes to where his dick wants to go. See, oftentimes when men step out, it's because they can be somebody different. I don't have to tell this woman who I truly am. I don't have to buy her things. I don't have to woo her. I don't have to take her on dates. I don't have to show up for her emotionally. I don't have to be compatible with her, you know. I don't have to, you know, support her or provide for the house. I just have to come, fuck her, and then I can go home. Usually when men cheat, it's with a woman who's beneath the woman that they're with. You ever heard that saying like, oh, why? And then when he cheated, he always want to cheat with ugly bitches. What did Cardi say? Why you don't never want to cheat with no bad bitches? Because there's no standard there. I don't want a woman with standards, because if I did, I'd stay at home with your ass and not go cheat. If I wanted a woman who resembled or even matched the level of compatibility that I have with my spouse, then there would be no reason for me to seek outside of the home. So I go to someone who may not be all that attractive, who might be loose in the pants, who might be naivete, who might be easily persuaded. So that way I can get in, get what I need, and then go. And then when she realizes what it is, I don't have to feel bad about it, because there was no attachment there to begin with, because the attachment that I have is at home. My wife has my heart. She just gets my parts. Sex is futile. It's good, but it's futile. Your body changes as a woman when you have children. Your sexual libido changes when you go through menopause. It changes, premenopause it changes, old age it changes, and sometimes your libido gets higher, and sometimes it gets lower. A lot of women report that after they have children, their libido is non-existent. But men, there's that primal need to have sex, to produce, because of the chemicals in their brain and what they have to release from their, to be honest, on a regular basis. It is quite anatomically impossible, unless a man is sterile or unless a man has like ED or something like that, for them not to be able to release every now and again. So then how do the side bitches come into play, you might ask? Remember I said, let's say he is getting it at home on a regular basis. Well, there's two reasons. The first of which being he might be getting it regularly. Like he might be, let me give you an analogy. He might be eating chicken every day, but the chicken don't taste good. He might want it spicy or sweet. He might want more spices on it, more seasonings on it. He might want it grilled sometimes. He might want it fried sometimes. He might want it baked sometimes. And all she wants to give him is just plain chicken. So a man, if he is getting it at home regularly, if he steps out, the first sign or reason is because his sexual desires are not being met. His sexual appetite might be more than what he's willing to let on, because his wife already has expressed a desire to either do it less, or a desire when in the act of it to not do it the ways that he would like. You know, most men go out and they'll cheat with a woman that only wants to give them fellatio because they don't get it at home. Their wife's like, I'm not doing that. And literally that's the only reason why he goes out to cheat. Or there's the man who wants to be able to do it doggy style because he doesn't get it at home. Usually that's the first sign. If a man is getting sex regularly from his wife at home, the reason why he goes out to cheat is because the type of sex his wife is giving him isn't the type that he wants. And he doesn't feel comfortable enough to express that to her, because in the past, if he has brought up things or he has tried new things in the bedroom, it's been met with quite a lot of resistance or shame. Number two is, I don't like you. I don't like you. I've made a commitment to you, so I'm gonna remain loyal in that aspect. You're my wife, and you cook for me, you clean for me, you take care of my kids, you're a good mom, you have a good job, you support us, you're there for me, da 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 da. So all these things stack up in the column A category, and the only thing I'm missing in column B is the type of sex that I like to have, or the amount of sex that I like to have. So that doesn't that conjunction isn't a conclusive decision for me to leave you. So therefore, I have to take the good with the bad. But because sex is such a big part of a male's critical thinking, or their sexual energy is such a big part of their critical thinking, that it's enough for him to risk it all. He don't want to lose it all, but he'll risk it all. He'll risk all of column A for that one thing in column B, because that one thing in column B is equivalent to everything in column A. And this is why men and women are completely different, because a woman, outside of a few, their sexual energy and gratification isn't worth the security that they have at home with their man, their mental health or happiness. I'll get my rocks off if that's the case, and tell you to go sit your ass down on the couch and watch TV, you know, or go watch football on Sunday while I'm in the bed getting my rocks off, and then you can come to bed and we'd be fine. That's why I say men and women are completely different. So either a man is put to shame for the things that he likes to be able to do in the bedroom and isn't able to experience it, so he goes and gets a woman outside of the home who's like, yeah baby, I mean, hell yeah, we could do that, whatever. Met with no resistance, no shame, just give it to me. And that becomes quite addicting, freeing, liberating. Or he doesn't like the current woman that he's with for various reasons. And this is why I say friendship has to be the foundation area, so that way it can help to prevent cheating, or it can help to prevent infidelity more so than anything else. Now, it's not a foolproof plan in my opinion, because some people just are cheaters. Some people just don't like the ability to be tied down. Some people just don't like to have sex with only one person. Some people just they're hardwired that way, which bugs me to beyond reason why you're married. But friendship has to be the core reason for your relationship, and especially for your marriage. And the reason for that being is because when you are truly friends, there's a few different levels of things or components that can hold your marriage together when all else says it'll fall apart. The first component of friendship that will hold your marriage together and create a lasting foundation is trust. If I'm your friend, I want the best for you. If I'm your friend, I don't seek to hurt you. If I am your friend, I'm going to be able to tell you the truth even when it's hard. If I'm your friend, you can trust me with your feelings, you can trust me with your thoughts, you can trust me with your actions, you can trust me with your secrets, and you can trust me with your life. Trust is developed in friendship because infidelity can break trust. And the only thing that is able to bring that back once infidelity happens is friendship. If you're a friend to somebody, you see past, just the superficial. And a lot of times I say people get lust and love mistaken. People get passion and love mistaken. But if you are friends first, then you truly know a person. You know how if you ever have that one friend that you can just tell anything, no matter how inappropriate, no matter how personal, you could talk to them about anything and you know it's not going anywhere. You know it will never leave that room. You know they will never judge you, and you know they'll help you work through that shit. That's the type of trust that I'm talking about. The second component of which being is honesty. We wading into some deep waters now, baby. Honesty. Hold on. Turn off the TV. There are not a lot of people who know how to be honest with their partners. And I'm talking about gut-wrenching, mind-melding honesty. There are not a lot of people who know how to be honest with their spouse because they don't know how to be honest with themselves. When you are honest with your spouse, with a healthy level of communication, not only does that build up the trust that you have, but it allows them to feel vulnerable with you because they see that this person cares enough about me to only provide me with the truth. And it's not hard to do, people. It's really not. Some people say, oh, I lied to you because I don't want to hurt your feelings. Like on some Jody from Baby Boy. No, you're lying because you don't want to face the truth. If you are to be honest, even if it's in a way where, I'm going to just be honest, babe. Like, honesty propels a relationship into an unbreakable situation and an unbreakable bond. Because one thing I've always told my husband, I don't ever want nobody to be able to come tell me shit about the man I lay with, the man I sleep with, the man I had children with, and the man I'm married to. I don't ever want another bitch to come tell me something about the man that I'm. Never. So when you're honest, you've taken the power back, put it into your relationship, and stood on a great foundation. So where people can come and try to throw things at you in petty moments, or people could come and try to say things to you to try to break that bond. But if you're honest with each other and you know everything about each other, there ain't a damn thing no one can say that's gonna break you. Look at Will and Jada. Some people might not agree with their bond or relationship or situationship or whatever you have, what have you, but there's honesty there. I know that my husband does this. I know that my wife does this. Y'all might not know, but I know. So when y'all come and tell me and think y'all telling me something new, I already knew. So me and her gonna go back home and be good and laugh. Think of honesty. Let's say this. Trust is the compass that keeps a marriage navigating on a forward positive path. Honesty is a bulletproof vest that propels away from other people or unhappy individuals. The third component that I would say outside of honesty, outside of trust, would be communication. Communication will save a dying marriage, even if the marriage is on life support. Communication is the life force of a relationship. Somebody put that in the Oprah. You know how Oprah do on her Super Soul Sunday moments? Yes, that's a tweetable moment. Yes, that's it. Just love it. That's a tweetable moment, baby. Communication is the life force that saves a marriage. You never know if you don't talk about it. I used to tell my husband all the time, well, how would you know what I was going to say? Or how would you know if I was going to react if you weren't even willing to ask me about it? Don't assume I'm going to do anything, because you never know what I'm willing to say yes to. You never know what I'm willing to put up with. You never know what I'm willing to say no to if you don't talk to me. Or how am I supposed to know that you're going through something if you don't talk to me? Communication revives dead marriages. Communication, it's the blueprint. It's literally the blueprint. If I don't talk to you and I'm angry, and I treat you like I'm angry, and I act like I'm angry, and I move like I'm angry, and then you get angry because I'm angry and because I'm treating you like I'm angry, and then we both become angry, and then we both start acting like we're angry, and we both start treating each other like we're angry, and this just goes on and on and on until we become angry individuals because we're angry, and nobody stopped to say, what's wrong? Who's to blame? Who's to blame? Marriages are not perfect. When you pledge your life to someone, let's just... I think that this, like millennials, like my generation, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, like even some baby boomers, like they've really diluted the understanding of marriage and what the sanctity of it means. You are quite literally stating that you will be with this person from the moment you are now until you die. That means my husband will see me go through menopause. That means my husband will see my voice deepen. That means my husband will see me gray. That means my husband will see my body change. That means my husband will see me happy, sad, sick, in love with him, not in love with him, libido up, libido low. That means I will be with him when his hair falls out, when his teeth falls out, if he gains weight, if he gets sick, if he falls out of love with me. It quite literally means you're pledging your life and loyalty to someone through it all, no matter what. Now, I do believe there are certain unforgivable parameters to a marriage, but that's another conversation for another podcast episode. When it comes to the communication of a marriage, I feel like over 49% of people who divorce did not talk about their shit. I feel like they allowed their feelings and allowed the situations that brought them to the brink of divorce to see itself through, and they ended it. I don't think that they talked about it at all. And I'm not talking about no court-ordered mediation or no counseling type of bullshit where you are too afraid to be honest because you got another person in the room who don't know you and only job is to judge and analyze. I'm talking about sitting down with just you and your spouse and looking them in the eye and telling them the hurtful and honest shit that you're going through, or the things that you don't like about them, or the things you don't like about yourself, or y'all relationship, or y'all finances, or whatever, about your kids, and waiting and willing to be open enough to receive their response to it and make a plan of action to move forward. My husband and I got together when we were 14 years old. 14. Literally 14 was the age I was when I met him. I met him the summer before my 10th grade year. He's the only man I've ever been in love with. He's the only man I've ever made love to. All my children are his children. And being teen parents, going through all of your late teens together, your 20s together, and now we're approaching our 30s together, like our 30s together. I look back now and I'm really grateful to God for it. And I'm so thankful because not everybody has this experience. Not everybody knows how enriching it is. But also not everybody knows how hard it is. People see, in my opinion, some people see where we are now or where we've come from, and they think that it's so easy, or it's, we don't have it as difficult as, let's say, someone who's been in 3 marriages, or someone who's had 10 relationships, or someone who's fucked 5 other people, or what have you. And that could be further from the truth, because you're having to learn someone. And not only are you learning someone, but you're seeing someone grow up and You might not even really truly like this motherfucker like that, but you gotta stick it out. And I want to say probably about 5, maybe 6 years ago now, I want to say a strong 4, if not, definitely more than 4 years, we decided to sit down and have a conversation, like a really clear heart-to-heart understanding with each other. And we told each other, and we made the vow to each other, that no matter what, we were going to always be honest with each other, and no matter what, we were going to always communicate with each other first and foremost and only. We took outside forces from outside of our marriage. We brought in communication. We brought in honesty. We brought in trust. And we vowed to each other, as long as you give me honesty, I'm going to give you honesty. As long as you give me trust, I'm going to give you trust. That way, if I'm never thinking, oh, if he's lying to me, so there's a motive there for me to lie. No, I'm thinking in my head, I'm telling you guys, to this day, even if it's things that I don't want to do, or even if it's things I don't want to talk to him about, I'm always thinking he's 100% honest with me. So I'm going to be 100% honest with him. I'm giving him 100% of loyalty, of honesty, communication, of trust, because he's giving that to me. And if everybody thinks like that and nobody underhandedly like does the opposite, there's nowhere you can go wrong. Even if it's to make a decision to be friends and leave each other, or, you know, be better apart than being better together, it can save so much heartache, resentment, bitterness, all of that. So we've covered communication, we've covered trust, we've covered honesty. The fourth component, I would say, is happiness. Happiness. It's the little things. It's the little things. I literally told my husband, like, probably almost a year ago now, and I think I've done a very good job at keeping my promise. But I told my husband almost a year ago, I was like, I promise to try to make you laugh from your belly at least once every day. At least one time a day, I promise to try to make you like chuckle to the point of tears. And I've been doing such an amazing fucking job at this. And literally, it brings me no greater joy than to see all of those beautiful teeth in his mouth and that laugh that he has where he tilts his head back a little bit, opens his mouth wide, and cackles. I love that. I love that. And sometimes it's not even me trying. Like, sometimes I get the moment and I don't even be trying, and I'll be like, yes, check that off my list for today, even though I had something planned for later. But hell yeah. Laughter, joy, the ability to enjoy one's company. You know, my husband is my best friend, and I don't just say that. That's facts. Like, I don't have other friends. My husband is my best friend, and he really is, quite honestly, the only thing that I need. You know, now I'm starting to branch off to make other friends, which I'm super excited about, but it was wholesome. I didn't feel a lack there. There wasn't a deficit when it came to that, because he's my best friend, because he's like my brother, my father, my friend, my homie, my nigga, my lover, my babe, my sweetie. Like, everything wrapped up into one, because we've made it that way. I can spend all fucking day, all night, all 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 day. I can do that with my husband and never get bored and miss him. Right now, he at his friend's house, and I miss him. He literally messaged me like 5 minutes ago, said, I miss you already. And it's the truth. And when he gets home, I'm gonna wrap my arms around him and kiss the shit out of him, because I do miss him when he leaves, even if it's just to the store, because that's the type of bond and relationship that we've created. The energy that comes off of my husband when I hug him or I kiss him is electric. It burns my belly. Still to this day, I get butterflies, because it's something that every day we make a conscious decision to improve. We make a conscious decision to make each other happy, to make each other laugh, to make each other smile. I get no greater joy than spending time with him and my children. I get no greater joy. Literally, shit that we argue about is stupid. The other day we argued because he didn't spend no time with me. Like, he played the game with his friends the whole day, and then later on, when it was time, after, you know, we ate dinner, and then we watched like 2 movies, and I had to go to bed because I had to be up at 4, and I was upset because we didn't spend any time together that day. Stupid shit. Like, girl, you live with this man, you see this man all day, every day, but my time with him is so precious, and I crave it, and I love it, and he'll do the same. If I'm working too hard, he'll come in here. Like, knock on the door and come in here and be like, kiss me, and I'm like, hey babe, like you need something? He'll be like, no, I just haven't seen you in a couple hours. Literally. Or he'll text me some shit like a YouTube short or you know, a video or something like that where it'll make me laugh, or I'll do the same to him. Like we text each other, like, you know how they say, like, if y'all from the 90s, like when we were in high school, we used to say like cupcaking. We be cupcaking. Literally, we be cupcaking. So yeah, laughter. Laughter brings out the best in someone. Laughter is a great medicine for the soul, but also it just, if someone makes you smile, you have an endearing feeling for them. Like, damn, like, thank you. Like, almost grateful. Someone brings a smile to your face. So if you're honest with each other, if you communicate with each other, if you trust each other 100%, and if you try to make each other laugh, I truly believe that those components of friendship outweigh sexual energy and compatibility. There's no type of orgasm that matches that. None. And if it is, then you're lucky. Good luck to you, and see how long that shit rides out. But a friendship for a marriage, to me, is way more important than sexual chemistry, because when you do have all of those components and you create a solid friendship, the sex is unfucking believable. Take it from me, baby. Craveable. TMI is, you can't keep your hands off each other because you crave each other, because you've done the work to build a relationship and a friendship that supersedes everything that makes you want nothing but this person. And when all of those components are matched up together, and rightfully so, you will never hurt that person. You will never not be loyal to that person. Never. Because there's nothing else out there. Now column B and column A are synonymous. Now they match up. Do you see what I mean? But I digress. I made my point. So tell me what you guys think down below. Do you believe that sexual compatibility and sexual energy supersede the ability to be friends in a marriage? Which would you prefer? Would you prefer really great sexual chemistry, or would you prefer to have a really great friendship? Or if you're smart like me, have both. Thank you so much if you made it all the way to the end of this video. I truly appreciate it. Again, if you have not liked the video already, please do so on your way out. Consider subscribing. Share this video out to as many people as you can. I am a baby channel, and I'm doing my best to continue creating content and growing with you guys, and I cannot do that without your help. Again, I appreciate you all so much. And be good to yourself, be good to others. And until next video, bye.
Subscribe to Mommy's channel.
Say like the video.
Like the video.
Share the video.
Share the video.
Say thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.